Hey everyone, it's Sam.
And I'm Molly
from 3 Wishes with You, and we are doing a Pin Me Up Wednesday video today showcasing our final installments of our Aladdin board. Enjoy! All right, so we are all set up with the Jafar board and all of the Jafar pins that we own. And this is one of the most exciting parts of being a pin trader, is getting to the point of putting our pins on display. So I'm really excited to have these boards because they really make a great template to display all of our treasures that we've been able to go on because of this crazy pin journey. So as far as tips, I would say first things would be the sizable pins. Just start putting those on the board first, as well as considering to do like the non-negotiables as well. So for an example, the Jafar profile pin is one that no matter what is going to be making it on this board. So that goes and makes territory first. And then everything else that we definitely want to be able to put on this board. So yeah, I'll go here. I definitely want him to have a space as well. And the red genie as well. So, and that one too. Yes. Yeah, Molly's pulling them all out. So, yes, so for our other boards, we usually made it just the character specific solo, but for Jafar, we did decide to have Iago because I feel like the two of them are like a villainous duo. So we did make an exception, and plus there's like a lot of really cool pins that have like the both of them as well. Um, so like this one, for example, this is a Loungefly one, but I really like the silhouette of it as well. So I really like this one as well. This is like a transformation pin. They had a whole different series of it, but I like it's like different variations of Jafar because he really was like a master of like disguise too. I guess there is actually a lot of disguise in Aladdin. Oh, and this pin as well. Gosh, so exciting. So
sometimes you have to look on the back because when you get pins and you trade, you don't always know that they very well may be a PP.
yeah, that was a discovery that when we were going through the organization of the pins, Molly looked at the back of that one and it had PP, which is really exciting. I think that's our first or one of our few like pre-production pins, and we didn't even realize that when we traded. So that's really cool. And like some of these pins, this is like a venticular. So yeah, we're gonna go through and kind of play some Tetris here, and then you will see us kind of do that, and we'll do it in like super speed your time, and then we'll come back and then we'll show you the final product. All right, and this is the Jafar board all complete, and with the magic of video editing, what took you a couple of seconds actually took quite a bit of time, but it was really fun to be able to kind of play Tetris with our pins, and I'm really happy with the product. So starting up top is the Jafar profile, which we wanted to be front and center, and it was really cool to be able to like see all of our pins and be able to be creative with how we wanted to place them. So yeah, I will show you what it looks like on the wall. All right, we did it all. We have a new addition. Jafar, the main villain himself, has a place on the Aladdin wall. Of course, we had to put the Jafar profile right on top, followed by the Jafar Snake Chaser Adorb. And, after all that Tetris pinning, we still have a ton of Jafar pins that need a home, but this is the finished product for now. I'm so excited to be able to look at these pins and think about all the friendships we created along the way through pin trading. So a very, very cool addition indeed. And next up is going to be Aladdin himself, and it's going on the lamp silhouette. And then we have Raja here, and Raja's going to have all the supporting cast. And then this will be complete. Keep following on. Okay, so we have our next iteration of Aladdin boards, which is the genie lamp here. And this board is intended to be just Aladdin. However, I think that we are going to negotiate and do like Aladdin and Abu, or maybe some of our leftover couple pins here. And then whatever is remaining, which I'm assuming is going to be the supporting cast, will go in the Raja board. So Raja will be the overflow slash supporting cast board, I think is what we're going to go with. We are going to leave a little bit of room, maybe in like the tinier spots, because we don't have any Aladdin adorbs, but there is going to be an ISO of ours. So I think we want to be able to save those for specifically the Aladdin adorbs. So they won't take up much room, but just as a reminder, right? Any sort of special shout outs, Molly, that you want to give to this Aladdin board? Oh, okay, of course. Right, for the Aladdin profile pin, this was the second one that we were able to collect. And the Aladdin Reflection series, which I really, really enjoy the whole series of this. Of course, it's always a question of who is going to be top and bottom. I don't know, we'll have to decide on that. And then I'm going to give a special shout out to the I Wish collection. I love these pins. I love the backgrounds too, the subtle genie and the palace there. And of course, Genie, I wish for your freedom. And yes, we also have some really cool fantasy pins. This is the Golden Book series that we were able to trade with a friend. I really liked how this turned out. And then we have a couple of film strips. So there's this one. And then this one as well. And then I wanted to give a special shout out to this pin as well. Probably won't go on this board, but this pin was the very first stamp that we got. So crazy how we started and then how we are currently. So we're going to speed this up and then we'll check back in once it's all complete. All right, so this is the final installation of the Aladdin wall, and we are ending with the silhouette of Raja here. And this is going to be supporting cast and also overfill. And y'all, we had so many more pins that didn't make the cut, and I'm not even sure if the pins that we selected are going to make it, but we are going to see and finding out. Awesome, awesome pins here, from fantasy pins to special event ticketed pins. A special shout out to this pin in particular. This is the Art of Jasmine pin, which this beautiful box, 3-pin set, and it's like a designer collection from a D23, right, Molly? And then this is a 1,000, limited edition 1,000. This is from a recent Disneyland Paris event. This has a silhouette of Jasmine and Jafar. So hopefully they will make it onto this board. This is from a recent event from last year around the World series. I really like this series. I think it's really cool how you can like reposition the pin itself to get a different aesthetic. The only downside to this is that there's 3 little tiny pins and only 1 hole, but that's okay. We're just going to decide which one goes there, and then these will be good space fillers. And what other special shout outs? Oh, this is a really cool one too. So this is a series from the D23 Expo in Japan in 2018. This is like tiny, tiny pins. So it says a whole new world, part of your world, and Disney's Beauty and the Beast. And these little tiny pins are so cute. So I think we're going to potentially put these two on the board, and these will be traders, just because we don't collect Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid, but they're really, really cute. So, and I want to say this is a limited edition as well. So those are the special shout outs. We're going to speed it up and then check back in at the end. Is the next addition to our Aladdin board, dedicated to Aladdin himself, but as you see, his friends are nearby as well. So in the center is the Aladdin profile pin. This was our second profile we were able to trade for, so I'm very excited to really highlight that pin. At the bottom, anchored, is the Heroes versus Villains pin. They're absolutely gorgeous pins. Highly recommend getting the whole collection and series because they're amazing. We have the reflections. We got a couple film strips. We even have a Boo and a Sorcerer Mickey hat. That collection is also really, really cute. Highly recommend. And next up, we have the Raja board, which was the final board that we were able to complete. This board really turned out to be really fun. So up on the top, we have Raja and Jasmine and all the other pins highlighting them together and their friendship. We have a jar, we have a cursive cutie, we have my first ever stamp, we have some Paris pins, and then it kind of just goes into Aladdin and the rest of the cast. So we have Aladdin and the Jasmine, we have a Boo, we have the Sultan, we even have the world pin, and we chose Genie to be the pin to be with the world there. We got some Adore pins, some vintage Epcot pins. There we go, and a film strip. All right, so that is the final installation of this Aladdin board. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like our content, please feel free to subscribe, like, or comment. And if you want to get notifications of when we post, please click the bell button. Also, check us out on Instagram and other socials.